Old High German pronunciation. Diphthongs. The following is from an Old High German primer, second edition by Joseph Wright, as well as an introduction to the study of Old High German by Lionel Armitage. Access to these PDFs are in the links below in the description. Now, before we begin, not all scholars agree on the same pronunciation for Old High German. This could be due to the fact that some scholars may put emphasis of their study on a particular period and time and place of Old High German, because we have to bear in mind that Old High German is not just a monolith of just one entity. No, Old High German, properly understood, is a group of dialects. So, and what comes with that is different pronunciations, because different localities have different influences from different speech groups or what have you. So this is something to bear in mind, and it's okay to not agree, and that adds more realism to this language group at hand, because it's a wide range of territory we're dealing with here. So it would be interesting nonetheless that it would make sense that you would have variation. But let's move on. So here we have the diphthongs. We're going to go through them in order. I won't do the pronunciation of them now in this slide, but in subsequent slides I will do the pronunciation as we'll dive forth into that. So our agenda for this video, we have AI, which later became EI after the 8th century in the 700s. AU later became OU after the 8th century, if you will, 700s. Interestingly enough, we have OI, which happens to come up in the writings of Williram in place of OU. Then we have IU, EO, IO, IE, EA, IA. And then we have UO, UA, OA. Let's begin. So AI in Old High German, and we have to bear in mind that this is early Old High German. So it's sort of like an I sound. So Armitage gives the modern German example of Weise, Weise. So kind of this I sound. And we have two examples here. Heilen, heilen, to heal. Teil, teil, part. So EI in Old High German, Joseph Wright would describe this diphthong as stain. If you were to go further, it's sort of like an e. So, but Armitage, he describes it as it's E plus I, so possibly the same pronunciation. But let's carry on with our examples here. We have heilen, heilen, to heal. Stehen, stehen, stone. Tail, tail, part. AU. Now, AU, this occurs in early Old High German, has a sound something to the effect of like an ow sound, like today's German house, house. Or to go even further, you could isolate the sounds to get a better idea. So like an ow, ow, ow sort of sound. But to make things simple, like as in today's German house, as Armitage gives his example. But let's move on to our Old High German example of Baug, Baug, and this means ring. So we have OU, which is a variation of AU, and we'll go into the difference in pronunciation between Wright and Armitage. For Joseph Wright, he would interpret this as owl, owl. For Lionel Armitage, he would interpret this as all, all. We also have to bear in mind that with these pronunciations, they are approximations. So with our example here, we have Baug, Baug. So OI is interesting because we find it in the writings of Williram, as pointed out by Armitage. And given the sound inventory that Armitage guides us, I'm willing to take a guess of he makes this as oi, oi. And now with our examples, hoibet, head, troif, Eaves. IU. Luckily, Wright and Armitage both agree on the same pronunciation for this diphthong. Let's get into it. Ew. Ew. Our examples here: Leute, people. Lichten, to light. EO. Wright and Armitage differ slightly in this, but let's dive right in. Ea. 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 As for examples: Leocht. Leocht. Light. Beatan. Beatan. To offer. IO. Wright and Armitage differ on this, so let's get into it. Ea. 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 Leocht. Leocht. Light. Beatan. Beatan. To offer. IE. Thankfully, Wright and Armitage agree on the same pronunciation, so it'd be something like Licht, light, Beatan, to offer. EA. Luckily, Wright and Armitage come in agreement when it comes to this diphthong, so it would be here, here. Now we go to IA. Luckily, Wright and Armitage agree on the same pronunciation, and it would be here, here. UO. Wright and Armitage disagree on this, and let's get into it. Mutter, mutter, mother. Gott, Gott, good. UA. Thankfully, Wright and Armitage are in agreement with this diphthong. Let's get into it. Mutter, mother. Gott, good. And finally, OA. Unfortunately, Wright and Armitage are not in agreement with the pronunciation of OA, but let's get into it. Mutter, mutter, mother. Gott, Gott, good. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you're new. And if you really like the channel, please become a patron at my Patreon page down below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.